Hello, Channel Bakered here. Let's make some whipped cream. Let's do this. All right, before we make some whipped cream, I'm going to kind of walk you through intuitively baking, following what feels right to you. And I'm doing a simple recipe in the sense where I'll give you the list of ingredients and the quantities, but I want you to kind of learn to like measure things. When people say measure things with your heart, I want you to practice that intuitive feeling that it just feels right and trust that, because that is what really your body's telling you that's all that you need, right? Or that's all that you would need for the party that's going to be for the dessert or whatever you're going to do it for. So, as the holidays are coming up, I'm going to teach you something basic in my book, but it could be something complicated and scary for you. And I want to kind of break it down where it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a professional to make homemade whipped cream. So, real quick, let me kind of show you that the heavy creams that I like to use. I personally like to use a great quality heavy cream, and this is a pint. So, use a good quality. This is a local Detroit, Michigan brand, Guernsey's local farmer for the Metro Detroit that they distribute. Um, use this. Use someone local. Use like either Horizons heavy cream. They're really good. It will make a difference. Now, Kroger, they have heavy cream, but they add stuff to their heavy cream. It's not natural, and it doesn't whip up like it's supposed to. It's great for um, other things like whatever. If you want to put it in your creamer, that's cool. If you want to use it for like um, pudding, it's different kind of applications. This works, but they add stuff to it. It's not like an all natural. This is why it's important to use a natural heavy cream because it performs the way it whips. The fats cooperate, and also with heavy cream, all natural heavy cream, you can also turn this into butter without the sugar and the vanilla. So I know people are talking about butter shortage. You can make butter just straight out of heavy cream, natural heavy cream. So another fun little tidbit. But let's get to this. So I have 2 pints of whipping cream. Um, you don't have to do that much. If you're doing it for Thanksgiving or having, just for a nice pie, 1 pint is going to be plenty for you. You don't need both. So I like to add it to my morning coffee. So it's like a bonus is what I kind of enjoy for it. So we're going to need a stand mixer, whisk attachment. Make sure we connect it. Okay, so then we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to add my 2 pints. You add your pint, whichever. And for this, I like to kind of see this. Um, I like to rest the pint on the whisk and allow that extra milk fat to drip out. Because it's heavy cream, it's going to cling, and we just want to make sure we're getting everything. Because usually, more times than not, you let it sit, and you get a whole bunch of cream that's left in the container. So no waste around here. So again, we're going to let that kind of drip out. Once it stops, give it a good shake, throw it away. All right, powdered sugar. This is where it comes in. Measure with your heart. I could be specific and say we can add, I have 2 pints, so I could do a half a cup of powdered sugar. Again, I'm not going to measure it because I want us to practice trusting our inner voice, trusting that guidance that usually our guides will guide us, but our intuition, most importantly, will guide us. And that's kind of the practice I really want to kind of do here in my baking for whipped cream. I do it in my daily practice of baking. I just know what to do, and because I trust that inner voice and that guidance that I'm being given, especially when I'm baking, like for times, like it'll just be a number will come to me, and it'll just know, and then it's just all right. We'll trust that, and it actually works out really well. So That's why I want us to practice making whipped cream. Okay, so let's just pour in what your heart says. How much whipped cream or powdered sugar, and it doesn't ruin. This doesn't ruin the recipe. However much, however little, it doesn't affect it. That's why this is a beautiful exercise to really trust what you're being guided to and how much. You can't mess this up, okay? Literally, you can't. So just pour it in, however much you think. Okay. Same thing for vanilla. Vanilla, you can use a really, really, really nice vanilla. This would be the application to do it in. The really nice, expensive vanillas. I have mine from Costco, but I also make homemade vanilla, and I use that one periodically throughout my baking. I try to be selective when I use my good vanilla, only because you got to do it in an application that you'll really taste it. And for the quality, do it in an application where you're going to taste it. So anyhow, again, you can measure it with the cap, 2 capfuls. You can do it that way, or we're going to trust as we pour what feels right. And you'll just know that feeling of just stopping. It's going to be a practice, but it's just listening to that urge. Like I felt that urge of just stop. It's enough. Okay. So add your vanilla. We're going to get the mixer going. And what we're going to look for is a really kind of like soft, stiff peaks. And I will show you how that looks once I get the mixer going. And this is going to be mixing for a while too. So not super long, but you'll know when it starts coming together. It'll just start getting really thick. So it's already kind of getting a little thicker. Kind of want to show you how fast it's going. You can see it's really coming together. How it's doing a little circle in the middle. It's like kind of getting really thick. That's when you know we're near the end. Whipped cream's done. I'll show you how we know that it's done. Take it off the stand. Stands up. Kind of like the Blizzard Dairy Queen effect. This is stiff. Now we're going to go ahead and throw it in your bowl. Put a spoon in it. And you're all set. Happy whipped cream making and intuitively baking. Allow this practice. Follow this inner voice, the inner guidance, and listen to it, and it'll help you throughout your day. So have a beautiful day. See you later.